Have you ever had that strange feeling where you are sure you have lived through a moment before, even though you know you haven't? That's deja vu. It's one of those things that happens to almost everyone, but nobody really knows why. It's like your brain is playing a little trick on you, making you feel like you are reliving a moment that never actually happened. Deja vu is super common. About 70% of people experience it at some point in their life. But even after so many years of research, scientists still don't have a solid answer about why it happens. And that's what makes it so interesting. The weirdest part? It's so quick. Before you can even process what's going on, it disappears. It's like trying to catch smoke with your hands. Just slips away. And because it's so unpredictable, it's really hard for scientists to study. Have you ever had deja vu in completely random situation? Maybe while having a normal conversation, walking into a new place, or even just doing something as simple as tying your shoelaces. It happens when you least expect it, and that's what makes it so fascinating. And here's the thing, no matter how many times it happens, it never stops feeling weird. Some people even say they experience deja vu in their dreams, where they dream of something and later feel like it's happening in real life. Has that ever happened to you? Now, there are few theories about why deja vu happens. Some experts think it's just a small glitch in the brain, where your memory system gets a little mixed up and makes you feel like you are remembering something that isn't actually a memory. Others believe it happens when a current situation reminds you of something similar from your past, but your brain doesn't recognize the connection properly. Think about this. What if your brain has stored certain details from a past experience, like the way a room is lit, or the way someone speaks, and then later, in a completely different situation, you come across something similar. Your brain might recognize the pattern, but not the original memory, leading to that odd deja vu feeling. And then, of course, there are the more exciting theories. Some people believe deja vu could be a glimpse into a parallel universe, or even proof of psychic abilities. While there's no scientific proof for that yet, it's definitely fun to think about. What if at this exact moment, another version of you in a parallel world is doing the exact same thing? There's also an interesting spiritual perspective. Some cultures believe deja vu is a sign that you are on the right path in life, almost like a small confirmation from the universe. Others think it's connected the past lives, as if you are remembering something from a previous existence. It's amazing how one simple feeling can have so many different meanings. One interesting study found that deja vu might be linked to how our brains process memories and patterns. Scientists have used brain scans to see what's happening in the brain during deja vu, and it turns out that the areas responsible for memory and recognition light up. This could explain why it feels so real. Another cool thing is that deja vu often happens when you are relaxed, like when you are daydreaming or just chilling. Maybe when our brain isn't too focused on the outside world, it starts making unusual connections and bending reality in ways we don't fully understand yet. Here's something interesting. Some studies suggest that younger people experience deja vu more often than older people. Why? One theory is that as we age, our brain becomes better at distinguishing between new experiences and old memories, so it doesn't make as many mistakes. That means deja vu could be more common in people with more flexible and active memory networks, like teenagers and young adults. But that does not mean adults don't experience it. Some researchers think stress, fatigue, and even traveling to new places might trigger deja vu more often. Have you ever noticed it happening more when you are feeling tired or overwhelmed? So what does all this mean? Well, even though we don't have all the answers, deja vu is a reminder that the human brain is still full of mysteries. It's proof that our reality isn't as straightforward as we think, and there's still so much to learn about how our minds work. And who knows, maybe one day scientists will finally crack the mystery of deja vu. But for now, it remains one of the strangest, most intriguing experiences we can have. Have you ever experienced deja vu? What was it like for you? Was it a fun moment, or did it leave you completely confused? Tell me in the comments. I would love to hear your stories. And if you find this kind of stuff interesting, be sure to check out my other video on the science of dreams. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.